Good morning, guys. I'm going to discuss about AngularJS control as syntax. Till now, we've seen something like a scope object. So, using scope object, we are passing the properties or methods to the view. So, what are the properties of views? What are the properties of methods needs to be used in the view? That can be done with the scope object. So, in order to avoid the scope object, we can use that control as a syntax. So if I want to work with the control as syntax, what we need to do is we can just I will give a simple example, something like we define a controller, controller name as a main controller, and just remove the scope object, dollar scope object, and just put as only this keyword. So this will be this is this keyword. So it will find out this keyword will be given to a particular controller, and what are the properties using under that controller we can use in the view basically. So here when I coming to view, so I can define the main control. I will put as a alias name as a main, and we can access this the controller properties using the alias. So main dot message. So main is the alias for the controller. So this is a simple example how to work with the controller syntax without having a dollar scope object. Now when I coming to the example which we discussed earlier, so what we need to do is we can define a controller with the alias name, something like a controller acts. So here, if I don't want the scope object, then you can define controller as, you can give the alias name any name. Then similarly, we have to provide for other controllers as well. And after that, we have to provide this. And in the script file, there is a function. Under function, we should avoid the dollar scope object, and you can put as a this keyword, and with this keyword refers to a particular control object. And later we have to do a changes in the view as well. So respective views like students, courses, home, there are different HTML pages needs to be modified with the alias name, control alias, controller alias name dot, then we can access the properties of method respectively. Similarly, we have to do for home controller as well, and we have to do for the courses as well. We have to provide the courses and needs to get that. So this is a way we have to get it. Let me go to an example that we worked earlier. So this is my example, this is my application. So just modify, like we have to use a control as a syntax, control as a syntax without having a scope object. So we can just remove the scope object wherever it is defined. First define the, so instead of removing a scope object, first I will define the controller alias, controller as, can define home ctrl. Similarly, you can add, sorry, I think here is comma is missing. So that's the reason I'm not able to solve the error. So now similarly I can just copy paste for other. So you can just provide the respective alias name for each view. So I defined the alias for the controllers. Now we have to remove the scope object and put as a this keyword. Similarly, we have to remove the scope object. Sorry, scope object and define this keyword. So here we are getting uh, so here the scope object is not defined under the controller instance. So this is under instance. So even if you put as a this keyword, will not be work as expected. So in order to get the scope object, get the controller object, then we have to define a something like a variable v model something. Then we have to provide this keyword. So I can provide this variable under then. So I can get the control instance using a variable. So similarly, we have to provide for student as well, students details as well. Then we put as a var vm vmodel equal to this keyword. This keyword is the instance of a controller, and put that instance here. So I did the changes in the controller while providing controller syntax, alias names, controllers alias names, and remove the scope object. Now we can go to the views as well. So when I goes to courses here, so we can access the controller objects, controller properties and methods using alias name. So here the courses object is coming from the courses ctrl, and similarly we can provide this home message is coming from a alias name as a home ctrl, and some details as well. I'm getting a student property from alias name is student details ctrl dot student. So if we don't know the exact alias name, then you can get it from the our script file, the alias name as this alias name. Copy this and put here dot. Similarly, you can do for other properties as well. Save all. Let's see it's working as expected or not. Just clean the solution. See the output. So I able to get the output. So click on courses. So let's see this something problem. Let's see where the problem. Press F12. Press F12 and let's see any other errors are getting. Mesh and tag. Mesh and tag. Extra body tag phone. Only body tag should exist for document. I'm not getting the where exactly I'm getting able to get the home CTRL I'm getting when I goes to courses COURSES courses. Let's see that alias name is correct or not. Yeah, say something I lost the name controller name is wrong. So I think should work as expected. Courses CTRL and student CTRL student CTRL. So when it goes to students.cshtml, here I didn't provide the ls name is a student CTRL CTRL dot. Let's see the exact student CTRL student CTRL. Let's see getting the output or not. Just save this, save all pages and just refresh the page. Let's see whether I'm able to get the output. So excellent, now I'm able to get the output. So even I'm able to get the data. Something s is added. Let's see why s is added here. Thing. So the problem is s. Just save this and refresh the page. So now I'm able to get the list of students and I click on mark. I got that respective student details and I go back to the students. I'm able to get the student list. So here I just use this instead of a scope object, I use a controller as a syntax to display the to provide the properties of the controllers in the view. Thank you.